this video, I'm going to show you how you can remove media players from your Ubuntu sound menu at the top. If you look up here and I click on my speaker icon in my top bar or panel menu, you can see that I have music players or multimedia players within this list underneath my volume control for my speaker and my microphone. If you look, I've got Lollipop, Strawberry, Pithos, Firefox, VLC, Celluloid, and Audacious. Now, earlier I had two icons of Pithos and I removed those, and I also removed the Firefox web browser, but I put it back so I can demonstrate how to remove it on this video. And if you found the video on YouTube, I will provide a link below that has the step-by-step instructions for removing it. Now, it's not just the Ubuntu and Ubuntu MATE. In Ubuntu 20.10, they changed the indicator sound with the Ayatana-indicator-sound. And it's not just the Ubuntu MATEs, the XFCE users, the Xubuntu, LXDE, and the Budgie Desktops also uses the Ayatana-indicator-sound. So you may have this trouble if you're using those versions as well. Now let me show you how you can remove it. The first thing you need to do is to bring up your conf editor. Now I'm opening it in my menu. You can open it by the terminal, and I have all those instructions on my website. The first time you open it, and you can uncheck that so in the future you won't see this dialog box, but I leave it just because it does remind you. Don't forget that some options may break the application, so be careful, and click I'll be careful to continue. Now kind of think of the dconf editor very similar to regedit in Windows, and if you think of it that way, then you'll be very careful about what you do. Now the first time you open it, what you see across the top will be the last location that you were at, and as you can see here, that's where we're heading to. But if the first time you've ever installed this, you may not have anything up there, or if you got something completely different, you can go back to the starting point by clicking this icon. Now let me click away. The first thing you want to do is to locate the folder org or subfolder. Click on it. The next thing you want to do, and you can look across here that I've got, is to click on the Ayatana, then click on indicator. Then once you've clicked on the indicator, you want to click on the sound folder. And then once you see the sound folder, over here's the list of applications that you see within the sound menu. Now what you do is you click on this, and when you do, these are the current values, and down here is where you actually can edit what you see up here within the menu. Now on the menu, I can't leave it up here and edit because when I click away it closes the menu. But if you look, what I'm going to remove is the Firefox web browser. So let me click down here. If you look at, you can see the Lollipop, the Strawberry icon, the Pithos, and here's the Firefox. The key thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you're removing not just Firefox Desktop, but you're removing the quotes and the comma afterwards, and make sure you only have one space between the next quotation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the Firefox along with the quote. I'm going to press the delete key. Now immediately I'm going to move back and forth with my arrow keys to make sure that there's only one space, because when you take it out, here's the format. You want to make sure that you haven't deleted the bracket at the beginning and end. The format, you must have the bracket at the beginning and end, and each individual item must be with your single quotes. So you got one little quote, the other quote, and here's where we deleted it, so I moved back and forth to make sure there's a single space between the comma, because you're going to separate each item by using a comma. Now it hasn't applied itself yet until I hit apply. So let me go ahead and click away. Click the apply button, and if you notice up here when I click onto it, the Firefox is now gone from your menu. Now let me close this out. Let me open up my folder, and I'll show you one other thing before I end this. If I go to my videos folder, and there's my simple screen recorder that's recording, let me click on Big Bug Bunny. Now I'll close it. Now when I minimize this for a second, if I click back on my icon, you can see that Celluloid has now a display the play buttons, the forward and the rewind buttons within the menu, because this keeps up with the last one that was displayed, or the last menu item that was used. So if I go back to my music folder and I click on to a music, and now let me close this out, I go back up here, it now changes from the Celluloid to Audacious. So this is a way that you can modify the contents in your folder. Hope this is helpful to you, and have a good day.